Because we often want to consider exponential equations in the base e, and also because of something about logarithms that we will discover in calculus, the logarithm base e has a special name and a special notation. The log base e is called the natural logarithm and is denoted ln, because those are the letters that natural logarithm starts with. I understand it's also something like log naturel in French. You can tell I don't speak French when I say that. And also, we like to have the L first so that it looks like the log symbol. Notice that this is not a 1, not an I. This is LN. And just like the log, when I'm writing it by hand, I'll usually write it in cursive, just so that it's joined together and I can see that it's one symbol. So I'll read this as ln. I'll sometimes say the natural log, but I'll usually just say ln. If we want to find the ln of e to the third, well, ln means the log base e. So ln of e to the third means the log base e of e to the third. So that's asking the question, what power of e do I need to take to get e to the third power? And the answer is, of course, the third power. Interestingly, the natural log has a button on the calculator, just like the common log does. It comes up so often that it gets its own button on the calculator. On this calculator, ln is just right underneath log, which is right underneath second. If you have a different calculator, it's probably somewhere different, but it's usually either above or below the log. But it's usually either above or below the key for the common log. So we can compute this on the calculator. We can say the natural log of 31 is, well, to 2 decimal places, 3.43. So just like the common log, we can just do that on the calculator. If you're wondering, when we're doing that change of base move that we do to calculate logs in any old base, yes, we could absolutely use the natural log just as well as we can the common log. Now, the calculator also has an option to calculate powers of e, as we've already seen. And it's useful to use that rather than just punching in the value of e, because just like pi, e is a decimal number that goes on forever without repeating, so we can't just punch it in. Of course, our calculator is not storing the true exact value either, but it's storing more digits than we would reasonably want to punch in. On TI calculators, the e to the x function is the second function of the ln button. Some other calculators might do something different. Sometimes log and 10 to the x are buttons, and natural log and e to the x are the second functions of those buttons. Some mixture. Just look for it. It looks like an e to the x. If we want to find e to the third on the calculator, well, we'll press this e to the button, and we'll type 3. To 3 decimal places, that's about 20.086. To check that we did that right, let's try taking the natural log of 20.086. And we get that that is in fact about 3.